For better living, are you feeling good tonight? This thing got me thinking of life.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be showing you guys how I do my individual crochet goddess locks. You would also use the same technique for just regular faux locks as well. So what I do first is I braid the hair into individual braids using the client's hair. Now prior to this, I used to use a Marley hair to braid, and that was just mainly because like I felt as though the Marley hair had to complement the texture of the locks, which works for longevity, and it also works if your client has like really thinning hair, or if their hair is relaxed and it's kind of like silky, and you know it probably won't hold with the locks long enough. So that's why I was doing that, braiding the client's hair with additional like Marley hair prior to doing my individual crochet locks. Now moving forward, I think I like just braiding the client's hair with their real hair because it doesn't create that like bulkiness at the base, because obviously when you braid hair with braiding hair it gives it some added thickness, but when you don't, it just kind of, it's just its natural, I guess, density, so it's not as thick at the base and it gives you more mobility at the base. So that's what I've come to realize. So for her, I felt as though she didn't need it because her texture is, you know, still quite kinky and it didn't need an additional support. Now if her hair was like thinner or very relaxed and shiny and silky, I would reinforce it with the Marley hair. Then that would be the only exception where I would have to use the Marley hair. You want to continue this process throughout your client's hair. The reason I do upside down U parts is because it gives you the most natural fall for your locks, right? So when I do boxes, they're a little bit more strategized and calculated, and the hair may not necessarily fall in that direction naturally. But when I do upside down U part, I'm able to get the most natural like fall. The way the client's hair would drop naturally when it's left down is how your locks would fall naturally when you do the upside down U parts, right? So that's the concept. It doesn't look like parts when you're done, it just looks like locks, which is the concept, right? So that's why I always opt for the upside down U part structure when I am doing, you know, individual crochet locks. So when you're done, this is what the hair should look like. Everything is nicely braided individually. When you're braiding, make sure that you leave a little bit of space at the roots of your braids, because you're going to be passing the locks through the base of your client's hair, so you don't want to grip it too tight. You want to leave a little bit more room so that way the locks can easily pass through without creating tension. I take my latch hook and pass it through the base of the individual braids and pull the locks through, and then I take the latch hook and pull the crochet and the client's real hair through the loop to create a knot at the base. Now when I'm done, I pull to make sure the knot is secure and tight, and then I take my crochet latch hook and place it through the inside of the locks, right? Using my other hand as support to guide it through so that way the locks remain intact and maintain its form. And then I pull the client's real hair through the latch hook that I have passed through the locks and pull it all the way out, using the other hand as support to guide the braiding hair through, and then I follow through again to pull out the rest of the client's natural hair that is left out. Now the reason I don't just push my latch hook from to the exact length of the client's real braided hair is because the latch hook is quite short. So when you overestimate the length of your crochet braids, it kind of makes it hard for you to see the ends of the crochet latch hook at the base of your client's hair. So you kind of want to break it in parts, which takes longer, but that's just what we have to do. Unless somebody creates latch hook that are super long and enables us to just do one pass, then yeah, this is what we have to do. So you're going to repeat the same process all through. So insert your crochet latch hook through the base of your client's hair, pull the crochet hair and your client's hair through the loop, and then you create a knot at the base using your hand to secure it at the bottom, making sure that the knot is nice and tight. And then you want to insert your crochet latch hook through the crochet braids to pull the client's hair through. And yeah, the reason why I do this option 100% of the time as opposed to unraveling and wrapping is because when you unravel and wrap, no matter how tight you wrap it back, it still loses its form. It kind of deforms the locks a little bit. And if you plan on wearing this for a while, it's best not to do that because it makes your locks get old quicker. So I just don't mess with the form of the locks, so I just use a less invasive method as possible. Well, I sound like I'm talking about surgery, but yeah, pretty much we use a very less invasive method, which is this, and this works for me, works for my clients, and that's what I do. So when you're done, this is what your client's hair should look like. Very cute. She can style it however which way she wants to style it. Because there is no cornrow in between the crochet, it gives you more mobility, it gives you more styling option and freedom. You can pull it half up, half down, wear it down, you can wear it in a bun, you can do whatever you want pretty much because it looks like it is your hair and it looks like it is hair growing out of your scalp. Now the only disclaimer I will give when picking out an individual crochet brand to use this technique with is that you have to make sure you do not get soft locks. Soft locks make it really hard for your hair to stay intact inside of the locks because it's so soft, and 9 times out of 10 it will poke out. So just be very careful. Make sure you pick locks that are harder in texture, that gives the most natural finish. And if you opt for color 4, you can have a more realistic finish to your locks because most locks are really not like black unless you dye them. They give that dusty brown look. For this one, she opted for an ombre color 30 look, which came out really beautiful. So make sure you guys like, subscribe, and share my content, and I'll catch you guys on my next video. Have a merry day and God bless. Take care, guys.